Hello, everyone, and welcome to weekly show number 96, I believe. I don't know why, I always can't remember what number it is, but hey, whatever. Anyway, so, it is All-Star Weekend in the NHL, and we have the Pro Bowl tomorrow in the NFL, so we're going to get to that here right now. We'll start off with the NHL. As you can see, the All-Star game starts. Actually, it should be starting here in just a couple of minutes as I'm talking to you right now. So yeah, that's all that. So we're going to head straight into the NBA now because there's nothing really to talk about there. The Magic beat the Pistons 119-103. This is all, or wait, no, actually, this is not all of last night's games, actually. There we go. Cavaliers beat the Hornets 102-101. Celtics beat the Pistons 102-93. And then the Bulls beat the Pacers 122-115. The Raptors beat the Heat. The Raptors beat the Hawks 125-114. Then the Spurs beat the Rockets 131-106. The Jazz beat the Nets 125-102. The Pelicans beat the Nuggets 113-105. The Mavericks beat the 76ers 107-98. And the Thunder beat the Blazers 96-93. Today's games in college basketball, these are like the main games today. Texas Tech is at West Virginia. That game's tied up at 34 apiece in the second half. Right now, Texas is leading Iowa State 38-31. Xavier is leading DePaul 39-36. Purdue is leading Michigan 37-33. Auburn today already beat Georgia 74-72. Villanova beat UConn 85-74. Illinois beat Indiana 74-57. Tennessee beat South Carolina 81-57. Later, as I'm recording, Baylor will be at Kansas. Michigan will be at Rutgers. USC will be at Arizona. Duke will be at North Carolina. And then Penn State will be at Wisconsin. LSU will be at Vanderbilt. Kentucky will be at Alabama. Gonzaga will be at BYU, and then, of course, UCLA will be at Arizona State. Tomorrow afternoon, we got the Pro Bowl in the NFL. By the way, so far, I correctly predicted the Super Bowl matchup. I mean, early in that Kansas City-Cincinnati game, I thought it was done. I thought it was done after they took that, what was it? Hold on here, let's go back to that. Maybe. Hold on, give it a second here. There we go. Yeah, when the Chiefs were up 21-3, I was like, okay, it's over. Okay? Like, it's over. Like, there's no way. But, Cincinnati, they came back. They came back big time. And they, of course, won it in overtime. I did do play-by-play for that game. However, I did not record it or anything like that, mainly because, if you saw last week's weekly show, you said that I might be doing some play-by-play in the NFL along with my Muskies play-by-play, and this was a test game, and it went pretty well. However, I felt like it was underprepared a little bit, like I didn't have much notes or stuff to talk about in between plays, and I kind of just let the commentators speak. Tony Romo, I mean, he's great. He's a great analyst. Probably the best in the league, in my opinion, ever since he joined the broadcast booth. But yeah, so I think that I just need to include more stuff to talk about if I do happen to do this, but I'll figure that out. I'm planning on doing the Pro Bowl tomorrow, and I might do the Super Bowl, I might not. It depends on what we're going to do, to be honest with you. It's where I'm probably not going to do the Super Bowl because usually I watch it, with my family. We kind of have like a party or whatever. It's not that big of a party. It's just five or six of us, that's all. Depending on who's all there. But, so yeah, that's kind of like family and friends time type of thing. But yeah, I mean, you never know. I mean, to be completely honest with you. So if I do happen to go into play-by-play for NFL, I most likely, the only game of the year that I might not do is the Super Bowl. But, you never know. I mean, I'm still going to prepare for it, just in case, nothing interesting is going to happen. We're just going to watch the game, and then I might do play-by-play, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm still, going to do notes and stuff like that and try to practice as much as possible. Anyway, some USHL games. Last night, we'll take a look at last night's games. Holy, whoa, oh my lord. Okay, this one must have been a good one. Team USA beat Muskegon 9-8 in a shootout. Bro, I gotta see the final official tally on this, because this seems interesting. Well, Cutter Gauthier got a hat trick. Wow. Wow. And they both had to use their backups because they sucked. I mean, 6 goals by each team in the second. And it only took 3 shooters. Or it only took 3 rounds to decide, too. My, oh my. See, look, they didn't even have 2 other stars because that's how much the game sucked. But hey, I mean, yeah. And then Dubuque beat Des Moines 4-3 in overtime. And then Sioux City, this one was a heartbreaker. We'll get to that here in a second. 5-4, they lost. I did not call that game because, I had pep band for my high school basketball team. And it's the final one. And that was the final games of the year. Well, the final home games. They're still going to play away for the next week and a half, 2 weeks. So, yeah. Omaha at Sioux Falls got postponed due to some ice issues, which I explained during the pregame show yesterday, if you didn't see that. Then Chicago beat Green Bay 3-1, Waterloo beat Fargo 4-2, and then Madison beat Youngstown 3-2 in overtime. But let's get back to the Muskies game here real quick. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, but I actually did mention it yesterday in our pregame show. Sioux City made a trade. They traded with Omaha a couple of draft picks. It was a Phase 1 draft pick and a Phase 2 draft pick. The USHL draft's really weird. I mean, it goes in 2 phases, and in total it's about 30 rounds, so it's a very long process. Yeah, so we made a trade. We got Owen Fowler from Omaha. He's had 20 points on the year so far. He did get a couple of penalty minutes last night, but that's part of his play. And then McLaughlin and James, they extended their point streaks last night too as well. But yeah, here is the heartbreaker. Lincoln scored with just 9 seconds left. Bummer. Ooh, 3,008 people were there, too. Total attendance. That would have been a fun one to be at. Usually for a regular season game, that's pretty darn good. Well, that's not like a special event, special occasion type of thing. Anyway, let's look at today's game. Sioux City and Sioux Falls. That game was originally supposed to take place later tonight, but unfortunately that got postponed again due to some ice issues and stuff like that. So, yeah. Fargo is at Waterloo, Omaha's at Lincoln, Tri-City's at Chicago, Des Moines at Dubuque, Cedar Rapids is at Green Bay, Youngstown's at Madison. So let's take a look at the week ahead here, folks. So we're going to have 3 Musketeer broadcasts next week. Tuesday night against Sioux Falls, that will be at 9/8 Central. I know it's a little late for a school and work night, but, I never delete these videos in case they get copyrighted and YouTube automatically deletes them or whatever. But, yeah. And then Friday night will be against Lincoln once again. And then Saturday night against Waterloo, which the 1985-86 Clark Cup winning team will be reunited. So that's going to be a fun one there, I betcha. Yeah, and then also next week, Friday at 8, 7 Central, before the Muskies game, we're going to have a special Super Bowl edition of The Ronnie Show. We're mainly just going to take a look at commercials, Super Bowl commercials, the best, the worst, and the forgotten classics. And then just ones that I like, but they're, they were memorable in some capacity, but they weren't like the best of all time, if that makes sense to you. So yeah, we'll be looking at those. My original plan was to do a preview of this upcoming Super Bowl and then take a look back at all the classic Super Bowls. But depending on, since I'm going to be showing the full commercials, and most of them are probably about a minute long, minute or 30 seconds, I just decided no, then that would just be it. It's probably already going to be a long video anyway, because I'm going to have a compilation at the end with some of those, commercials that weren't forgotten, but they weren't really the best. Well, they were the best, but they weren't forgotten, and they're not like on the list of the best of all time. Like at the end, kind of. And I don't know how long that's going to be, to be honest with you. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching this, and we'll see you Tuesday night, or I'll see you. No, actually, I'll see you coming up next for my 100 subscriber special of the Ronnie Show. See you then.